All right, we are here. It is Gent Culture. It's that time to express love to our women. I'm going to talk about the art of loving your woman tonight as a bonus. We're also going to throw in there something else I want to talk to you guys about that you seem to be having a lot of problem with. You talk about women who you think are problematic. I'm going to show you how to deal with women like that. And not only deal with them, but end up having them love you. You understand? And treat you with respect. There's a right way you do it, and there's a wrong way you do it. But we're going to be talking about courting, right? The first stages. What do you do when you first stages of courting? We're going to talk about that tonight. It is Gent Culture up right now. Hit it. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Gentleman Culture, where we build husbands, we build good fathers, and we build gentlemen. I am the Black Knight. This is produced by the Ebony Star Network. And let me say this before we get started, because people are always accusing me of hating black men, which I don't even know what that means. I'm not even sure why a man would even say that to another man, but anything can happen today with these dudes. Happy Black Father's Day to the fathers out there who are working hard, taking care of their children. To the forgotten brothers who got those dead end jobs where they're driving forklifts, unloading trucks, doing that hard manual labor, that real hard black collar work. I call it black collar work because they don't even get counted in the grand scheme of things. You know, guys who work long hours at a warehouse loading and unloading trucks don't even get counted in the grand scheme of things. But those brothers are working hard and they support their children. So shout out to all of them black collar workers, all them hard working brothers who, when everybody talk about employment, they kind of leave you out. All right, so shout out to the hard working black fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. With that being said, it is Gen Culture, one of my favorite shows. Everybody knows I love being a gentleman. I was groomed to be a gentleman, groomed to be a husband, groomed to be a father by some very, very strong men, one being my father and my uncles, very powerful men who, now that I learned, AKA courtesy of my African sister, were trained from the womb. One day we're going to have a show called Trained from the Womb. We're going to really delve into that. That was very interesting earlier today. For those who saw the Team Black Star show, I had a pretty good show earlier today on Team Black Star. We talked about it's a time for Africa to step in and save Black America. So if you missed that, it's right here on the channel. Go ahead and take a peep at that. All right, before we get started, let me say this. All right, I've had some people email me, ask me questions about so-called problematic women, women with bad attitudes. They say, well, Max, you don't seem to have an issue with these kinds of women because you're a simp. You don't have a problem with women who have bad attitudes. Like they've seen women on my panel, they've seen them elsewhere screaming on dudes, and they seem to have no respect. Well, let me tell you something. It's not a simp to let a woman just be a woman. You see, the problem with a lot of you guys, I've said it before, you don't understand female nature. One of your biggest problems that you have with women is that you try to interfere with them being feminine. You try to interfere with them being women. That's why you're having problems. That's why you get no respect. Leave them alone. Let them be women. I don't get in a woman's way of her being a woman. That's why I don't have problems with women like that. That's why women can come on my panel. They can be hollering at you one day, and on my panel the next day, purring like kittens with respect and sweetness, because I don't get in their business. I don't try to stop them from being females. Understand something. Women are going to holler and scream. They're going to get emotional. They're going to call you out your name. Hell, some of them may even take a swipe at you if you close enough to where they can put hands on you. Some might want to slap the taste out of your mouth. But that's all in their nature. They're females. They're sensitive. They get hurt. They get mad. They're ready to slap the taste out your mouth. If they can't slap the taste out your mouth, they're going to call you all kinds of MFs and call you out your name until that emotion passes. What do you do in the meantime? Nothing. You stay strong and be silent and do not engage them, or you will make it worse. When a woman is going through an emotional state, leave her alone. Don't jump in there and try to have a back and forth with her. You're only going to make it worse. And then they're going to resent you and they're going to see you as weak. They like the men who let them be women, who let them be emotional, who let them do what they do. That's why those men get respect from women like that. That's why a lot of women like that respect me. I don't try to tell them to stop being women. Hey, you need to be quiet. Stop talking to me this way. Well, first of all, I'm not weak like that. Okay, so I don't have those discussions with women. You're never going to hear me sit up here talking about, why are you talking to me like that? I don't do that. I'm too strong for that. So women like that don't bother me. You know, one of my dearest people I love up here is Trinity. A lot of people don't like Trinity, but I do. That's my little sweetheart. I love Trinity. And she's welcome on my show anytime, on this channel anytime. She can come up, she can go and come on here as she please. A lot of people don't like that. I don't care what you don't like. It's not my fault that you don't know how to deal with her. If you would let her, you leave her alone and let her be Trinity, you wouldn't have problems with her. That's what you cats don't understand. You're always trying to stop a woman from being a woman. Leave them alone. Let them have their emotions. Let them get into their little emotional things. Leave them alone. And you won't have these problems. You won't have a woman trying to cut your head off at every moment. You may earn a little respect. Okay, so that's the answer to you punks that keep asking me about problem. Man, y'all sound so damn. I ain't never had guys ask me questions like that before. Y'all sound so damn weak. Hey, Max, how do you deal with problematic women? How do you deal with women that got attitudes? What? Y'all so damn weak and scary. All women have attitudes. You don't deal with it, you accept it. It's a part of who they are. It's a part of their nature. Get used to it. Because it isn't going away anytime soon. And I got news for you, all you guys who want to go abroad and think that you're going to get away from the black woman and find a woman that don't have attitude, you are sadly mistaken. Because non-black women have some of the worst attitudes in the business. And some of those attitudes are life-threatening, depending on which non-black woman you end up with, like a Hindu Indian woman. You don't want that smoke. They kill their husbands on a regular. You don't want that smoke. Trust me. You guys don't even know what y'all doing going outside these countries. You don't even know how good you have it here. The black woman is all the woman that you need. And the fact that you dummies are chasing Becky, Becky is chasing the black woman. Did you know that? Did you not see our ladies' night the other night, last night, when we had a Becky on here talking about how much she's jealous of black women and how much white women are jealous of black women because they can never be like them and how they think that the black woman's natural features are beautiful? Whoa, wait a minute. You don't want to hear that, right? Because you guys saying that the black woman is the least desired. Well, Becky don't think so. Becky think the black woman is beautiful. And Becky is trying to be like that. What are you going to do when Becky is trying to be like the black woman? What are you going to do then? Because that's what she's doing. So what are you going to do one day when your flat butt Becky comes home with a black woman butt that she brought? What are you going to do? Tell her to get out of here? Get out of here, Becky. You look like a black woman now. What are you doing with junk in the trunk? Is that what you're going to tell her? Becky, with that booty, you are now becoming the least desired. Is that what you're going to tell her? Because she's trying to look like a black woman. She idolizes the black woman. Did you not know that? Funny how you said she's the least desired, but she's the most copied woman on the planet. Just ask the Kardashians. The Kardashians copy black women so much, they don't even think anything's wrong with it. They think it's normal. They think it's something they're supposed to do. But anyway, let's get on with the show, right? GentCulture, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about two things tonight. The first stages of courting, then I'm going to have a bonus talk about the fine art of loving your woman, okay? All right, let's kick it off. This is GentCulture, everyone. All right, now, the last episode I talked about the things that a man needs. Okay, you need your finances straight. You need a homestead, adequate transportation, money in the bank, and you need to have your head screwed on straight before you approach a woman. Okay, now you got all of the things that you need. You're ready to go. So now you're out looking for a woman. You happen to come across a woman that you like. Y'all hit it off. You have a conversation. Okay, and you start dating. The dating gets a little bit more serious. Then it moves into a courtship. Okay, now you at the first stages of your courting, right? The first things you need to do as a man is establish that you are a comfortable man for her to be around. You are a comfortable and safe man for her to be around. It's very important to establish that early on. You are comfortable. You're a person that she's comfortable being around alone. She's comfortable bringing her friends around you. That's the first thing you want to establish. You want to get in her mind right away. I'm somebody you can trust. I'm somebody that's comfortable for you to be around, somebody you can be alone with in dark, secluded areas, someone you can feel safe with, someone that you can feel comfortable around. It's very important. Reassurance. Okay? You want to reassure her that she's protected. Remember, it's always about protection. Protection should always be on your mind when you're with a woman. I don't care if it's your sister, your mother. When you're with a woman, protection should always be on your mind. You should always auto-protect a female. So now that you're in your first stages of courting, so right away, establish that you are a comfortable male for her to be around, a safe male for her to be around, someone that she can feel safe with. Now, how do you do that? You start out with social, take her to social gatherings. Your first couple of situations in the courtship should be extremely active. You kind of want to wear her out. And the reason why I say that is because you want her to talk up a storm about you to her friends. The more things you do with her in the beginning, the more you will stick in her mind. So when she have conversations with you about her friends, oh, he took me here, he took me there, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Even if she's not talking to a friend that she can trust, she may be talking to her mother. Most women can trust their mothers, right? And so they're talking to you about, they're talking to your mother about you. Oh, he did this. We went here. We did that. He was teaching me this. He was showing me this. I learned this. I didn't know this. I didn't see that. I've never been there before. You want to wear her out so she can have all this conversation about you to her mother or to her most trusted friend that she know ain't going to try to steal you from her. Okay? So your first couple of outings should be very social and mobile. You should be moving. You should be on the move, taking her from one place to the other. Take her to an art gallery. Be classy. Okay? Don't be the regular bum-ass Negro who goes to White Castle and McDonald's and Burger King and you know, in the movie theater, and that's it. Something really exciting about that, fellas. You got a new woman that you are planning ahead on that you want probably somewhere down the line to be wifey. So you want to be exciting. Now listen, don't be something you're not, because that will turn into a lie later on down in the courtship, and it'll break up the courtship. Be who you are. If you're not very exciting, then be not very exciting. Don't be something you're not. And don't do something that you cannot do consistently. Women are like, their minds are like recorders. They record everything. They will remember. And they're springing on you at when you least expect it. You be in the middle of something else. Next thing you know, they on some, well, how come you didn't do this today? Like, what do you mean this today? Well, it's Tuesday. When I first met you, every Tuesday, you used to tie your shoes. Now it's Tuesday, 6 months later, and your shoes aren't tied. I wasn't going to say anything, but it's been 4 weeks and your shoes aren't tied on Tuesday. So what you going to say? Well, I really don't tie my shoes on Tuesday. But that's not what she saw when she first met you. See, I use these very simple and colorful scenarios so you can understand where I'm coming from. I don't like to use complicated things. I like to be very simplistic in my explanation so you can really, really get what I'm saying to you. So when she first met you 6 months ago, you tied your shoes on Tuesday. Now, 6 months later, you haven't tied your shoes in 4 months. I'm sorry, in 4 weeks. And she noticed that. So now she's asking, hey, how come you're not tying your shoes? Oh, baby, I really don't tie my shoes on Tuesday. I tied them on Wednesday. He said, well, that's not what you should. When I first met you, you was tying your shoes every Tuesday. So now what you going to say? See, now you caught. And the reason why you caught is because you showed her something that you didn't plan on doing consistently. You just showed it to her to get her attention and for her to stay, which is wrong. Be yourself. Do not be afraid to be yourself. If you can't cut the mustard, fine. Live to fight another day. Bid her a adieu and say, I enjoyed your company. I'm sorry things didn't work out. And you go out and you begin to search again to find you another woman. Let me explain something to you. Do not be afraid not to measure up. Every woman has a different standard. You're not going to measure up for every woman. Women are looking for different things. But don't you take it personal. If the woman that you're trying to court realizes that you can't cut it, then gracefully bow out. Gracefully bow out. Okay? Don't get upset. Don't get mad. Don't call her all kinds of bees. Because I'm going to tell you something. Women talk. You may not have been for her, but she may have a friend that you might fit perfectly. And you may mess that up if that you can't be a man and bow out gracefully, and you calling her all kinds of names and bees or whatever. Now she ain't gonna pass you on to her friend that she think you're a good fit for. Some women will do that. Some women say, okay, this is a great guy, but he's not my type. But my friend, however, I think he'd be a great guy for her. Some women will do that. And so you could blow your chances by finding the right woman if you don't handle the situation with class. See, you always want to be classy. You don't never want to show a woman that you don't have any class. You want to be smooth. You want to have class. You want to have control of your emotions. And you don't want to show any weakness. Don't never show a woman weakness. You a fool if you show a woman weakness. Women aren't looking for weak men. They're looking for strong men. Weak men need not apply. So if you show her weakness, guess what? You are going to turn her interest off like a light switch. Now, what constitutes weakness? Getting upset quickly, huffing and puffing like you're some damn child, raising your voice at her, yelling at her, calling her out of her name, outbursts, getting upset at the check, telling her, are you going to pay your half? This is all weakness. If you can't afford to take a woman out, don't take her out. And do not accept an offer. I don't care how sweet she is. Let me tell you something. A lot of guys make a mistake like this. Okay? I don't care how sweet she is. Do not accept an offer from her to take you out. Some of you dumb behinds will accept that offer. 9 times out of 10, that's a setup. They're pretty much giving you rope to hang yourself. They're testing something about you to see if you're going to go through with it. Because they're not looking for that kind of man. So if you can't take a woman out and treat her, don't take her out. I don't care if you have to save 2 paychecks up. She don't have to know that. Save up your 2 paychecks and take her out. And you pay for everything. You come in with some control, with some command of the situation. Don't go into it talking about something, are you going to pay your own way? We going 50-50. That's weak. Come in there bold with your money in your pocket, handling business, telling her what it is. Now, when I say telling her what it is, I don't mean you go in there and curse the woman out. You don't go in there and say, look, B, I got the money and we're going to do it my way. That's not what you did. That's not what I'm saying. You go in there with class. You handle the situation. You take control of the situation. Another thing that you guys do, now, it's okay to do this sometime, but not in the beginning. In the beginning, you want to take charge of the situation. You want to show her that you're capable of taking charge. You want to show her that you're capable of handling things. You want to put these things on display quickly so the woman can make her mind up. You don't want to hold these things back. You want to put them on display quickly so she'll know what she's dealing with. Do not go there and ask her where she wants to go. Never take a woman out and ask her where she wants to go. That's stupid 101. Don't do that. That doesn't show that you're in command. It doesn't show that you're in control. It doesn't show that you're sure of yourself. It doesn't show that you're a man that can handle the situation. It doesn't show her that she's someone, it doesn't show her that you're someone that she can follow, that she can just be a woman with, and you lead the way, and you got everything. That doesn't show her that. Don't do that. Don't invite a woman out, and then when you get to her to go pick her up, she gets in the car like, okay, baby, so it's your world. Where you want to go? That's weak. That doesn't show leadership. That isn't leadership. That's a man looking to be led. That's not a man that's not a man who's leading. A woman wants to get into a car with a man who is leading. She just want to be a woman. She just want to be along for the ride. It's your world. She don't want you asking her shit like that. Now, some of them are sweethearts. They won't say anything, but you probably won't get another date with her. With some women, that's a deal breaker. Not saying with all women. Some women will give you another chance after that. But some women, that's a deal breaker. Because that's telling her right away that you're not leading anything. You don't have what it takes to lead. You pick her up, you already got everything together. You know where you're taking her. You know what you're doing, what y'all doing, and where y'all going. If you're affectionate at that point, when she gets in that car, tell her, okay, you look beautiful. Give her a quick kiss on the lips. Come on, baby, hang on and enjoy the ride. And hit the gas. Don't do the, well, where you want to go? And she's like, I don't know. Well, I really don't know either. You know, it's your world. I was hoping you tell me what you like and what you want to do. Dude, it's a woman. They like going out, period. They like having drinks. They like going to nice restaurants. They like seeing plays. They pretty much like it all. There's no need to be on some, well, baby, what you want to do. It's your world. I'm just a squirrel in your world trying to get a nut. Don't tell a woman it's her world and you a squirrel trying to get a nut. Don't tell her that. That's stupid. You are the man. She's there to see you put yourself on display. She's there to see your leadership in action. She's not there to tell you what to do. She's there and she's curious to see where you're going to lead her, what your leadership is like, what it would be like following you, what it would be like being your woman. How do you handle up? How do you take charge of the situation? How masculine or manly are you? She's there to see these things. She's not there to go back and forth with you about, well, where you want to go. Oh, I don't know where you want to go. Oh, it's on you, baby, where you want to go. We go anywhere you want to go, baby. We do whatever you want to do, baby. It's up to you, baby. I'm following you. Don't never tell a woman you're following her. You just flunked the test. Especially this is your first time with her, which is extremely important. And you telling her, first of all, you don't know where the hell you're going, and you invited her out, and you don't know where the hell you're going. You're trying to figure out what the hell she want to do. And you got nerve talking about you following her. 99% of the time, that's a wrap. But you do have those rare women who are curious. And they still want to see where it goes. You got some women out there that give you 4 and 5 and 6 chances. But most women, once they hear that, they're done. They don't want no man following them. They want to follow the man. They're looking for a leader, a strong man, not a man that's going to follow them and kiss their butt and be their son, to where they got to spend money on PlayStations and video games and shit. and give him bus money to go out and look for jobs. It's not what they're looking for. They're looking for a man who's strong, who got his act together, who came with his I's dotted and his T's crossed, and he's in control of the situation, and he is leading the way, and they are along for the ride. They can just be a woman and enjoy the evening with you. That's what they're looking for. And that's what you need to be. Don't be afraid to take control of the situation. And that doesn't mean you sit up here and you say, woman, don't call her that. Call her her name. Be respectful. Remember, you're a gentleman. Class, remember? Strength and class. You want to be classy at all times. You want to show strength of all time. You never show weakness. You take control of the situation. A lot of you guys are scared to tell a woman what to do. A lot of you are afraid to tell a woman what you're going to do. You're afraid to tell her what you're going to do, and you're afraid to tell her what to do. How are you going to be a leader if you're afraid to tell people what to do? Now, it's a way you do it. You don't get disrespectful about it. You don't say, hey, woman, I said do this, do that. Don't talk back to me here. No, you don't talk to nobody like that. But when the situation is, when you're controlling the situation, you get places. She's never been there with you before. You tell her what to do. Okay, baby, here. We're here at the, listen, this is what I want you to, I want you to go over here. I'm going to be right back. You take a seat right there and take that thing and you know, look at the script and tell me what you want. I'll be right back. Take control of the situation. She's going to listen to you. You wasn't disrespectful just now. Okay, you know, the night's over. You're paying the bill. You're at the door. The car's out front. Okay? You got a couple of plates of some Coke. You're paying the bill. Okay, baby, here, listen. Take this plate and put this in the back of the car and just go ahead and get in the car. I'll be out there in a few minutes. Let me take care of this tab. She's going to say, okay. And she's going to grab the stuff and go out to the car. It's not going to be an argument. Don't be afraid to tell her what to do. She's on a date with you. You are in control of the situation. There's a way you do it. It's a classy way you do it. There's a classy way you take charge. You don't take charge like some sissy Ben fool. B, didn't I tell you to go to the car? Get out of my sight, ho. You don't talk to anybody. You don't talk to her like that. That's not how you talk to her. You don't talk to any woman like that. But there's a classy way you do it. There's a classy way that you establish your leadership with the woman to where she starts to believe in your leadership because you know how to talk to her. You know how to tell her what to do without offending her, without verbally abusing her. You got to learn these things. Classy. Now, again, your first couple of situations, you want to wear her out. You want to take her places. You want to have her doing things. Because remember, I told you, a woman's mind's like a tape recorder. She's recording all of these events. Also, it's a plus if you can have a camera. Women love taking pictures. That's a big plus. They love taking pictures. Get a camera going, take pictures everywhere you go with her, and let her have the pictures. You a man, you don't need the pictures. Let her have the pictures. Let her go and get the pictures developed so she can talk up a storm with her mama or her most trusted friend about you. See, this is where we went. See them beautiful flowers? Oh, wow, that was great. Well, where was that at? I don't know. It was someplace in Niagara Falls, you know? Wow, look at that barrel. Oh, wow. What's over here? Oh, we was at the racetrack. We was watching the races and the guys. Oh, is that so-and-so? Yeah, that looked like Queen Latifah. Oh, she's NASCAR. Oh, y'all went to NASCAR. Yeah, he took me to NASCAR, girl. He did this. Look at the pictures. Look at this, isn't it? We're out. Couple of days. And then take a few days off. Let her marinate on them couple of times y'all went out. Let her get those pictures developed. Just talk to her a little time on the phone. Hey, don't even talk long. Let her enjoy all of those events you took her to. Let her go back and forth with her friend. Let her develop those pictures. Give it a couple of days before you take her out again. Relax. Okay? So, the first stage is remember, you are wanting to establish a couple of things right away your leadership. You want to establish the fact that you're a comfortable man for her to be around, a safe man for her to be around. You also want to put on display your leadership, your ability to be confident, your ability to take control of the situation in a classy way, your ability to tell her what to do in a classy way. So she can feel good about the man that she's with has complete control of the situation. Women want to be secure. They want to be with a man who has control of the situation. Women don't want to worry when they're with you. They don't. They want to feel comfortable. They want to feel feminine. They want to feel like a lady. They want to feel comfortable with the man that they went and that man has everything under control. They want to be with you and they don't worry and then they worried about paying the bill because you got into it at Burger King because they didn't put some fries in the bag and then you were short any old way. You didn't have the money to pay for the double Whopper. You had to go down to a single Whopper in front of her, but somehow she still stayed because you told her some floppy story about, wow, baby, I left my wallet in the other car, in my mama's car. I left my wallet in my mama's car. I just had loose change in my pocket, baby. That's all it was. So she bought into that. So now she in the damn car worried about if y'all go somewhere else. Are you gonna have the right change? Or is she gonna suffer some humiliation because you can't pay for a burger at a fast food restaurant? Are you gonna keep leaving your wallet in your mama's car? Women don't want to worry about stuff like that. Hold on one second, y'all. I got some interference. I'll be right back. Dame,
Yes.
take over for 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I got some interference I got to deal with. I'll be right back.
Okay. Dum 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 dum. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that she don't have to worry about him not having money, him blowing up. That he is calm, got the situation in hand, and that he planned for the event, so he knew exactly how much money he's spending. Yeah. So let's be honest. How many times I went on a date? He asks us out, was all excited, get all dressed up, and he turn around and asks you, where would you like to go? It'd be like, oh, you don't know. And then I got to think about what I want to do. I didn't make any plans because I'm going out with you. My plans to go out with you. So we go to a movie. Fries. I could have just, maybe dinner. And then he's there sweating the menu, see if he has enough. And you kind of leer about, which you can order. Because, okay, if he didn't plan a date, he has no idea um, what this restaurant prices are. Does he have enough? And he seemed to be staring awfully hard at that menu. Yeah. So, so I already got to do some calculation. You know, I don't get to relax and enjoy the moment and have nice conversation. Yeah, I don't get a surprise. Of what is he into, or what does he like, and sometimes when the guy plans to date, he's telling a little bit about himself. So when he turns and say, "Where would you like to go on a date?" Um, I don't get to know him.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, y'all. Thanks, Dave,
Oh, you're welcome.
for holding it down. Yeah,
All
now where was I? Yeah, I was saying that, you want to take control of the date. You want to take charge of the date. You don't ask a woman out. And then when you go and pick her up, you asking her where to go. That's stupid. You don't do that. It makes you look dumb. It makes you look it makes you look weak too. Women are looking for men to take charge and lead. They just want to be women. They want to be with a man who got the situation under control. And that's the man that you're supposed to be when you show up and pick her up. You understand? It's all about class. It's all about respect. You don't call out her name. You don't talk to her like she's a dog. Just because I say there's just because I said you tell her what to do doesn't mean disrespect. And it doesn't mean that you bark at her like a dog. It's a classy thing. It's within the confines of the evening of the night. You're the one that's in control. You're taking her places that she hasn't gone before with you. So when you get there, there's certain things going down. You tell her, okay, honey, listen, go over here, go over there, handle this, and I'll be right back before such happen. She's looking for guidance from you. She's never been there before. So you tell her what to do, and she'll be comfortable. Again, you also want to establish that you are a respectable man and a man that she is comfortable being with, that she's comfortable being alone with. You want to establish these things right away. You want to establish your leadership, your classiness right away. And remember, the first couple of times you take her out, it should be some all out events. It's cool to have the little tea talk, take her for some coffee or maybe a drink, and y'all just sit there and talk all night. You can do that too. Some women like that. But I highly recommend mobile events because they build up a rapport with the woman. She's recording everything that you're doing in her mind. Every time you take her somewhere, y'all do something, right? She's recording it in her mind. It becomes more and more exciting. And the more things you do, the more exciting it becomes. And the more that she has to say about you. Now, you don't want to overdo it, but you do want to take her a couple of places, especially places where you can talk to her about things that she didn't know about, like an art gallery. Take her to an art gallery. Talk to her about some pictures, some art. Take pictures with her next to some famous paintings. Do these things. Take her to the Library of Congress. She's never been there before. Take her there. Take her to different places, cultural places. You know, that's a good time for you to show off your tricks. If you speak another language, take her to that. If you speak another language fluently, take her to that restaurant. If you speak Japanese, take her to a Japanese restaurant. You speak Chinese, take her to a Chinese restaurant. You speak Hungarian, take her to a Hungarian. You speak Russian, take her to a Russian restaurant. Order her some pierogi. Impress her. Read the menu in Russian. Don't overdo it now. Don't show off. Just a little something, something. Just enough to make her smile. That's it. Don't get up there and show her your ass. Classy, smooth. Just a little something, something enough to make her smile. Okay? Your job that whole evening is to keep her smiling, keep her feeling comfortable. When a woman gets to the point where she starts putting hands on you, you got it made. You're in there. Now all you got to do is start taking it a little step further. But take your time. If you've been dating a woman a couple of times and she ain't laid hands on you or even got close to you to lay hands on you, like hug you or put her hands on you, or you know how women laugh and then they want to slap you, you know, like play slap you, whatever. She ain't did none of that. You know, you ain't doing something right, and she probably ain't gonna go out on a date with you much, much longer. Because you're not doing anything to turn her on to you. It's the third date and she's still separate from you. She ain't even sitting closer to you. She hasn't touched you in no kind of way. So that courtship's getting ready to come to an end. If you read the tea leaves, you want to get it to the point where she wants to put hands on you. And I don't mean that in a violent way. She just want to touch you. She want to touch your face. She smile. You make her smile all the time. You make her feel happy. She want to touch your face. She want to hug you. She want to sit close to you. She done got comfortable. And you make her laugh. You make her feel joy. So now she want to put hands on you. Women are very affectionate when they're ready to be affectionate. They'll start putting hands on you. That's what you want. If you can't get to that point, man, you fucking up. And you probably that's probably going to be your last date with her. Probably gonna call up. She's gonna give you that. Well, no, I can't really make it, but you know, I really think you're a nice guy, but I just want to be friends. Oh, friend zone. It's over. Yeah, I just want to be friends. It's not you, it's me. Oh, that's it. It's over with. It's hard getting out of that friend zone. I don't know anybody who's done it yet. Once you're in that friend zone, it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap. And so you want to avoid the friend zone. And listen, when you show a woman a good time and she remember all these good qualities about you, you may not be her type, but she enjoyed herself with you. She thinks you're a great guy. You're just not the kind of guy for her. Again, like I brought up, she may have a friend that you may fit perfectly. Women do that. So sometimes women play matchmaker. They'll come in, and you know what? And they'll tell their friend ahead of time, hey, this guy I'm dating, he's not my type, girl, but check this out. I believe he's your husband. You and him will go together like a hand in glove. And then she'll start telling her about you. Next thing you know, she'll break it off with you and say, look, I enjoyed dating you, wasn't all that, but you're not my type, but I have a friend that I think you'd get along with very well. Are you interested? Hey, matchmaker. Women matchmake a hell of a lot better than men. Trust that matchmaker. Go check that situation out. Women have a higher rate of matchmaking than men do. Trust me. They're much better at it than we are. And so, okay, let's run it down, right? That first thing you want to establish is leadership, and that is comfortable to be around you. You want a woman to feel safe around you. And you also want to show her that you are in control, that you take care of the situation. And so all she got to do is show up and be a woman. Be cute, have a free meal, go out and have a good time with you, laugh, cry if you take her to a movie, a tearjerker. Women want to do all of that. Women like doing stuff. They like going to these tearjerker movies and being emotional. That's a woman thing. Let her do that. She's actually enjoying herself. So that's how you get it done in your first stages of courting. Now, yes, it's going to cost you some money. I'm going to be straight up with you. We're not even going to try to sugarcoat nothing. Yes, it's going to cost money. Relationships cost money. Women cost money. There isn't a woman out here that don't cost money. If you have a daughter, she costs money. You have a wife, oh God, does a wife cost money? I'm married. I've been married for 20 years, trust me. Wives cost money. There's no woman out here you're not spending any money on. I don't even know. You can't even not spend money on a blow-up doll unless you stole her. Even if you got a blow-up doll, you had to go buy her. If you didn't steal her, right? And that's your girl, you spend money on her, right? And if you put a hole in her, you got to spend money to patch her up. Or you got to go spend money to go buy a new blow-up doll. There's no such thing as not spending money on a woman. You may as well get that out of your head. Women are an investment. Men know that. Men don't have a problem with that. You spend the money and use your ability, your natural ability to win the heart of the woman you're spending money on. Sometimes you lose. That's the way it is. It's not guaranteed. So you have to go into the situation and understand that nobody owes you anything. She doesn't owe you anything because you're spending money on her trying to court her. She don't owe you nothing. I'll just say that there's a chance that you might lose. You got to be prepared for that. You got to have the mental strength for that. This is why I said before, marriage isn't for the weak. Only a strong man can make it to the end of courtship and into a marriage. Because once a man in the courtship loses, a strong man loses, he starts all over again with the same understanding that he can lose again. So, hold on one second here. Yeah, Kia Grace. Hey, Kia Grace. Long time no see. How you been? Exactly, Kia. Marriage is for mighty men. You got to be strong to be a husband. You have a woman to take care of. You have children. You might have children. You got to be strong for them. You can't be weak. That's why courtship weeds out the weak. And if you're not financially ready to take on a relationship with a woman, then don't try to do it until you're financially ready, because it's going to cost. Relationships, intimate relationships with women aren't free. I don't know who you listening to, who told you otherwise, but take it from a man who's been successfully married for 19 and a half years. My 20th anniversary is coming up soon. Relationships aren't free with women. They cost. And if you're not prepared for that, if you're not ready for that, then you stay away from a woman until you are mentally and emotionally and have the resources to be prepared to head into a serious relationship with a woman, because you're talking about somebody's life here. If you're not ready, you can ruin her life. She doesn't deserve that. You have to take the initiative and be serious about courting this woman. And like I said, it can all go awry. You can get halfway into the courtship, depending on how long you guys are courting. Say you're courting for 6 months, you can get 3 months in, and the bottom falls out. So whatever financial resources you spent that whole 3 months, it's gone. It's gone. You got to start over. But that's why you court, because you find things out. You find out if she has a mental illness. She finds out if you have a mental illness. This is why you take your time courting. You need to get information. You need to find out the person you're dealing with. Is she bipolar? Does she have psychotic breaks? Are you bipolar? Do you have psychotic breaks? It's a two-way street. Just like you're courting her, she's courting you. Just like you're seeking out information from her, she's seeking out information from you. You're courting each other. She's just as invested in it as you are. And you're like this, man, I'm spending money. She ain't spending no money. She doesn't have to, because she is the prize. And that prize is ultimate. She is the ultimate prize. She is her own currency. She did not do a thing but just be pretty, sweet, and feminine. The work is on you. You are the one that have to win her heart. You are the man. You're the one with the resources. You're the one with the leadership abilities. You're the one with the courage. You're the one with the integrity. You are the gentleman. It is up to you to win her heart. What makes a woman a prize is the ability to exact unconditional love, the ability to make self sacrifices on the whim to ensure the proper care of her family and her husband, the ability to eliminate loneliness from a man's life because a man can die from loneliness, the ability to install 24-hour tender loving care, 24-hour love in a man's home to where he doesn't have to go out in the street and seek it. It is home, it is on all the time, 24/7. The ability to give a man a soft body to hold on to when the world has beat him down, when he comes in the house with aches and pains, he's gotten his ass kicked out there. That soft body that comes and comforts him and allows him to bury his head without feeling shame. Someone that's in his corner, someone that can talk him off the ledge, someone that tells him that she believes in him. Men try to act like we don't need that every now and then, but we do. The ability to bring beautiful children into this world to carry on the legacy and the name and the bloodline. The ability to be a mother, to be the first teacher of the children, to sustain the lives of the children. The ability to take care of a man's home, to take care of him, to take care of the children. The ability to breathe life into a lonely home and to chase loneliness away from that house as long as you are present in it. These are just some of the things that make a woman the ultimate prize. Someone that you can love as hard as you can. Someone you can give your heart to. Someone that you can look into the eyes. You can kiss her. You can say, I love you. You can tell her how much you love her. You can tell her how much she means to you while you're holding her. Sitting her in your lap and holding on to her for dear life because you love her so much. Because she's brought all of this good fortune to your life. Beautiful children. A purpose. She's giving you a purpose. She's giving you a reason to get even stronger. Because her love is forcing you to protect her. Protect those beautiful children. And protect the life that she done breathed into that home. And for her to be the ultimate guardian against loneliness. Because loneliness is a killer of men. But a woman is loneliness nemesis. Men, did you know that you can die from loneliness? Yeah. Too much of it will make you croak. You'll just lose your will to live. A woman takes that away. She is the nemesis of loneliness. This is what makes her the ultimate prize. This is what makes her worthy of loving with all your heart. And every time you see those beautiful children, you look up and you see the woman that brought those beautiful children to you. You know, those children that touch your heart, that little girl that every time she smiles, she lights up your whole spirit. A replica of yourself, your young son, your young, strong son that you can teach. and you can carry on your name. She did that for you. This is what makes her the ultimate prize. This is what makes a woman a prize. These are some of the things that makes a woman a prize. These things are so abundant that there is no table that can carry them. There is no table that can hold them. Okay? She is the one that can strike your heart so hard with love that even though you are strong and you are rigid in your stance, the power of her love will make you bend that knee. Go down to one knee and ask for her hand in marriage. This is the ultimate power of a woman's love. It will make the knee bend up even the strongest men. This is why she is the ultimate prize. This is why men go to war for her hand. This is why men will give up their life for her hand and her heart. This is why some men will protect them to no end. The things that they bring to our life can't even be measured. The conversations that you can have with her while laying in bed, looking into those beautiful eyes and having a conversation about how you feel about things. How you're ready to beat the hell out of somebody on the job. And she talks you out of it. Honey, you're better than that. You're ready to give up everything and go kick somebody's ass and lose everything you got. But she calmly looks you in the eye and says, honey, you're better than that. Let that fool say what he wants. You have a daughter in the other room that's counting on you. Then you regain your focus. These are the tangibles that they bring. The ability to cut through chaos in our mind as if the chaos was melted butter. You see, we get to the point where our anger gets the best of us sometimes, and we're not ready to make the right decisions. As a matter of fact, we can't think straight sometimes because we become so angry. She has the ability to cut right through that like a hot knife through butter and reach you and bring calmness about your mind and soul. To stop you from doing something you will regret or something that is damaging. This is what makes her the ultimate prize. She'll believe in you when nobody else will. She'll be in your corner when everybody has turned against you. And she will believe you. She'll believe that you're telling the truth when no one else will. Now act like you don't need that. Go on and act like you don't need that. Don't act like we don't need somebody to believe in us. Because you're lying to yourself if you're saying that you don't need somebody to believe in you. Even the strongest among us sometimes need someone to believe in us. And sometimes it's not enough to believe that somebody does. But it's everything when someone looks you in the eye and tells you that they believe in you. And that is what she does. Oh, I can go on and on and on. She is the ultimate prize. There's a reason why the creator, when he created her, he told you, he said, love her like you would love yourself. She loves you unconditionally. Even when you met her, you were muscular and had muscles in your stomach. And she was a sweet, dainty, beautiful woman. You put on some pounds over the years, your hair done fell out, you got a bald spot. And guess what? As long as you treat her the same way you treated her when you met her, as long as you still treat her with the strong love that you have always treated her with, she will love you the same when your bald spots show up and you put on a few pounds. Hell, some women will act like nothing ever happened at all. And don't get me started on the things that they put up with. You throwing shit all over the house, corn chip socks, funky underwear. Don't even get me started on that. The personal sacrifices that they make, the anguish that they feel sometimes, and they want to lash out, but they don't. The L's that they take in silence just so that you can have, because they want to see you happy, because they believe in you and they believe that you're worth it. Don't even get me started on that. Oh, yeah. They are the ultimate prize. That's why she don't have to bring anything to the table. Because it's not a table big enough to hold what she brings. You niggas understand? Damn.
Yes.
Hold it down for me one more time. I'll be right back.
All right. As I told somebody, our let me see, I value as women cannot be um oh, I forgot what words exactly, but I was telling them that what we bring can't be. But anyway, what we bring is stuff that you can't really put a price on it. You know, we bring love, affection, support, playfulness, having fun. Um, when you're down, we help lift you up. When you have doubts, we help clear the doubts away. Quantified, thank you, Rosie. Measured. Those can't really be measured except to the person is being given to, the man in her life. And he would still say it's priceless. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a lot of the guys ain't gonna appreciate it until it's gone. Yeah. If you don't abuse it, you get limitless support. So a long-term relationship, marriage, love for your woman, and what she gives in return can't be measured. It's, as investment, it's an investment. What you invest in her, she returns 2, 3,
Absolutely.
5, 10, 20,
Absolutely.
immeasurable.
Absolutely, it's even more than that. Thank you, Dane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. Yeah, Kia, the funky drawers, right? All right. Well, anyway, okay. So I'm done with the first segment of the courting. Okay, you guys should understand what to do. Let's go over it again real quick. The first thing you want to do is establish your leadership as a man. Be in command of the situation. Show her that you are a man that can be trusted right away, a man that she can be comfortable around, a man that she's safe with. And be the leader. She's looking for a leader. When she get in that car with you, she's not looking for you to ask her what to do. That's not leadership. When she get in that car with you, she's looking to have a good time. She wants to be a lady. She wants to go out and enjoy what you have for her. She wants to see your leadership in action. She wants to see you handle up. She wants to see it in action. Show her what you're about. All right. Now, bonus topic. I wasn't going to get into this until sometime later on, but we're going to talk about the art of loving your woman. All right. Give me a few seconds. Hey, Dan, talk to the people while I get myself situated here. Or should I go to a music break? Well,
Um. Well,
because I'm
we
about to go. Because I'm about to really go in on this one, y'all. So I got to have my mind right.
okay. All right. What music would keep your mind right?
Let me see. Since we're talking about love, let's do Keith Washington with Shantae Moore. I love you. All right, throw that up because I'm getting ready to get into love mode and teach these young brothers something about the art of loving your woman and how it's beneficial to you. As a matter of fact, loving your woman as hard as you can is beneficial to your health. Let me know when you got that keyed up.
Keep, I love you.
Keith Washington, Shantae Moore, I love you.
Okay.
Or love you, whatever's.
All right.
You got it?
Got it.
All right, everybody, we're getting ready to go to a quick music break. Um, Enjoy the selections because it's going to be the mood when I come back. Getting ready to switch into love mode. The art of loving your woman. Up next on Gent Culture. Hit it, Dane. All right. All right, here we go, brothers. Pull up a chair, crack open a beer, hang out with your boy Max. We're going to talk about the fine art of loving your woman. Now, this is the first installment of this. We're going to do it in stages. The first stage we're going to talk about is called the little things. Now, a lot of you brothers don't believe that big things can be in small places. But with a woman, that's not only possible, but it's an absolute reality. The little things are extremely powerful with women. I mean, incredibly powerful. They're devastating with women. Little things. You know why? Because the little things show them that you're paying attention to them. The little things show them that you're taking time to notice something about them, something that they did, something that they said. You've taken notice. Women appreciate that, and they appreciate it a lot. Let's get started on some of the little things. Let's start with cooking. Now, a lot of you brothers probably don't cook. Some of you are good grill men, right? Me, I cook. I love to cook. All right. So I'm a grill man, plus I can cook. But one of the things that my woman loved the most is when I cook her a meal. When I cook my woman a meal and I watch her eat, she really enjoys it. She really gets with it. Women really appreciate that. When you cook her a meal, they cook for you. They do all of these things for you. You have to give back. It's not a one-way street. See, some of you believe that the woman is there to just to please you, and you're not supposed to do anything for her except pay the bills, make love to her every now and then, and take care of your kids. Yeah, that's good too. But there are other things you should do for them that you don't pay attention to. Cooking is a good little thing that women appreciate. They've had a hard day or they've been dealing with the kids all day. You come home, hey baby, how you doing? She's getting ready to get dinner made because now she's worn out. Ah, baby, I got it. You relax. I'll cook dinner. Now that may not sound like nothing to you, but when you're in a relationship with a woman and you have children, a woman who's taking care of your home, taking care of you, being driven up the wall by the children, that's big. It's like you're giving her time off. So now she can go and relax. You're in the kitchen, you're cooking up the dinner. And when you're done and you're ready to eat, oh man, she's really digging in because she appreciated it. See, appreciation goes a long way with a woman. These are the little things that she needs to pay attention to. Cooking your woman a meal. It's not just cooking a meal for her when you go out on a date. You can do that too. But it's much more impactful when you're in a relationship, especially if you have children, to do these kinds of things for your woman. Because it shows her that you acknowledge that she had a hard day, that you're thinking about her, that you're a team player, that you're willing to alleviate her burden and put her burden on your strong shoulders. Sometimes they get worn out. Sometimes they get weak and they're tired and they don't want to drag themselves into the kitchen and cook because the children done put it on them. Depending on how old they are, they don't put it on them. And they know that you've been working all day and they don't want to tell you no. So somehow they get themselves together and drag themselves into that kitchen. Take that off her hands sometime. Understand when your woman is at that point where she's dragging herself around and do something about it. She's out of energy. She's worn out. The kids done took all the energy that she has. Now her husband is home and he's hungry. He's been working all day. He's the breadwinner. She got to somehow get herself together to get you a decent meal. No. Understand the condition that she's in. Notice the condition that she's in. Sit her down. Hold her. Let her lean on you. Talk to her. Maybe, how you doing? What's going on? Oh, these kids done drove me crazy. Okay, baby, don't worry about it. Just sit in here and relax. Okay. Oh, no, but I got to make dinner. No, don't worry about it. I'll make dinner. You just relax and get your energy back. That goes a long way, fellas. That shows a woman that you really care about her, that you're thinking about the things that she's going through, and that you care about the fact that she's worn out and that she can't take another step. And you're willing to put her on your shoulders and carry her and do something for her. The little things. Listen to her talk. Listen to, especially when women talk, they talk and they drop a lot of gems. You know what they're talking about. Pay attention to what they're saying. What you're listening for is things that they always wanted to do, things that they wish they could do, things that they wish they had, things that they don't want anymore, things that's making them feel bad or things that's making them feel good. Listen to all of that. Because now what you want to do is you want to start dealing with all those things without her realizing it. For example, if your woman says she always wanted to go to see people ice skate, make it happen for her. If she says she wished she had a car to go see her mother who lives 10 cities away or something in another state, and you can't lend her the car because you need the car for work, get another car. Start working on getting another car. Do these little things. Because when you do these little things, it shows your woman that you're thinking about her and that you give a damn about how she feels, and that you feel that the things that she tell you are important enough for you to not only listen to, but to act on. See, when you start doing these things and you start paying attention to the little things, this is what opens up that faucet of love that she starts to pour out all over you. And be ready to handle all that, because once that faucet turns on, it don't shut off. Now you can shut it off with abuse, but as long as the love keeps flowing to her, that faucet of love stays on, and it stays on full blast. Here's another thing too. A lot of you are afraid to express your love to your woman. Like you're afraid to look her in her eyes and show her how much you love her because you've been listening to fools who tell you, well, you You shouldn't let a woman know that you love her, but that she'll take advantage of you. You know, dumb stuff like that. And that's the reason why those guys don't have any men. No, don't be afraid to show the woman that you love her. It's foolish not to show her that. You know, a lot of us always fantasize about looking into a beautiful woman's eyes and while she's talking, just plant one right on her lips, right? Well, you can do that. You got the woman right there. You can do that. You can go up to her face to face, look her in the eyes, strike up a conversation, and while she's talking, boom, plant one right on her lips. Turn up the affection. Now, don't overdo it. Don't crowd her all the time. But when you do, make sure that she remembers that you touched her. She remembers that you held her in your arms. You want her to feel that when she's in your arms, that it feels so good being there that she never wants to be out of your arms. You want her to feel that way. And to do that, you can't be afraid to love her. You can't be afraid that when you put your arms around her, hold on to her for dear life. You can't be afraid to make her feel that you're afraid to let her go. Now, I'm not talking about some crazy stuff. I'm not saying be psychotic and hold on to the woman and never let her go anywhere. That's not what I'm saying. But when you put your arms around her and you hold her close to your body, and she can feel the love in your hug, and she can feel also the fear in your heart that you never want to let her go, that you don't know what you would do without her. It's okay to let her feel that. There's nothing wrong with letting her feel that. That's just showing her how much you love her. There's nothing wrong with taking care of her. Now, some of you think because you pay the bills that that's taking care of her. Yes, in a way it is. But she also needs tender love and care, just like you do. You know, when you fall ill and you got aches and pains and you need massages and you need your woman to be by your side, you know, because you're hurting or whatever, and she's giving you that tender love and care, and you're hollering and screaming like a little girl, okay, and she's not calling you out of your name. She's not laughing at you, calling you a B, telling you that you squeal like a little girl over a little bit of pain. She's not doing none of that. She cares about your pain. She's there to help your pain go away. Well, she needs some tender love and care too. Where is her tender love and care? Her feet hurt, her ankles hurt, especially if she's pregnant. You know, their ankles and their feet hurt a lot. Give her some foot massages, massage her ankles, her legs. Understand their pain. If she's stressed out, she's got a bad headache or whatever, get her something for the headache. Make where she sit comfortable for her to sit. Care about her too. Caring isn't a one-way street. Care about her too. Show her that you care about her as much as she cares about you. Show her that you care about her health and well-being as much as she cares about yours. And never, under any circumstances, ignore your woman's pain. Never ever get used to seeing your woman suffer in pain. I don't care how small the pain is. I don't give a good goddamn if it's just a headache. Do something about it. Never get into the habit of ignoring your woman's pain. Because sometimes women internalize pain, right? And don't tell you that they're hurting. and it can lead to something bigger because they're so busy trying to please you. They're so busy trying to take care of you because you're the big time breadwinner and you're the one that keeps the roof over everybody's head. That she feels that it's more important to take care of you and make sure your health is intact, and she's neglecting her own. Well, you don't neglect her health. You make sure her health is good. You care about her as much as she care about you. She's got your back, you get hers. If she's hurting, do something about it. Don't be one of these knuckleheads out here who let their women suffer and don't care nothing about their women being in pain. I've heard some of these guys talk. I don't care. She needs to go to the doctor on her own then. If that's the case, why didn't she go to the hospital? Don't never think foolish like that. If you love your woman, you come to her aid. And if the situation isn't life threatening or if it isn't that big, fine. False alarm. But you come to her aid anyway. Why? Because that is your woman. That is the mother of your children. That's your wife. You love her. You owe it to her to come to her aid, no matter how small the situation is. I don't care how small the situation is. I was talking to Dame in the back chat, and she had a cold, and she coughed, and I was concerned about that. She just said, "Max, just a little bit of cough." But I was concerned about it, and that's the way you need to be with your woman. Be concerned. If she's coughing, find out what's going on. It may be nothing, but you don't just sit there and not do anything or not say anything. Never get into that habit. You mess around and get into that habit, and then your woman die on you, you'll never be right again because you're going to always question yourself. You're going to always feel like it's your fault. You're going to always feel like you let her die. You're going to always feel that you didn't do enough. You're going to always feel that you wish you could have did something when she was alive. You wish you could have paid more attention. I know somebody that happened to, and he nearly took his own life. Even to the day, he still blames himself. His wife died over 20 years ago because he neglected her. And 20 years later, he still blames himself. If you're going to love the woman, then love her. That means everything about her, no matter how small it is.
Never fails just when we get to the good part. All right, everybody. Max will be right back. All right, Max going in. Like I said before, there's a big difference between men who like women and heterosexual males who just like having sex with women. Y'all ladies need to know that. Okay. Now we know. And yeah. Let's see what else is going on in the chat. Hey, Max.
Sorry about that, y'all. I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about the technical difficulties. My network went down temporarily. Well, I'm back. So, like I was saying, right? So, never get into the habit of ignoring your woman's pain. If you love your woman, every time she bellows or hiccups or cough, you want to know about it. Even if it's nothing, you want to know about it. Why? Because you love her and you want her to be around. You want to love on her every day. You want to hold her every day. You want to look into those beautiful eyes every day. When you look into those beautiful eyes, you want to see joy and happiness and love for you. You don't want to see pain and agony. You have a duty to her as well. You ought to look after her well being too. This isn't a one way street. A lot of you think that she's supposed to take care of you and that's the end of it. No, it doesn't work that way. A man who loves his woman cares for her and takes care for her. Takes care of her and administers to her as much TLC as she gives to him. You're not a simp because you love your woman. You're not a simp because you don't want your woman to be in pain. That doesn't make you a simp. What it makes you is a loving, caring husband, which is what you should be. The little things we talked about. Do the little things. Because when a woman lives with you for a period of time, it's not the big things that bother her. It's the little things like leaving the toilet seat up or pissing on the toilet seat and not wiping the piss off the toilet seat if you only have one bathroom. That drives a lot of women crazy. Don't do that. Pick your clothes up off the floor. If she's cleaning the house, don't be a detriment. Come hang your coat up on a coat rack. Don't throw it on the floor. Little things. When a woman lives with you for a long period of time, it's about little things that go a long way. It's not the big things. Well, some big things will cause a problem but the things I'm talking about, you can't be that incompetent. Like, for example, not fixing a hole in the roof and it's raining outside. You can't be that incompetent. Okay? So we're not going to talk about those types of things, all right? But it's the little things. Wash dishes sometime. Give her a break in the house. If you got the kind of woman that's a housewife, understand that she has a hard job. Especially if you got a big house. You know how hard it is to maintain a big ass house with multiple rooms? Especially if you got children. You're not privy to that because you're out earning the big bread. You're being the big bread earner, that's fine. But she's home in that big house, handling business, working hard, cleaning those rooms, getting after those children. So that when you come home from a hard day's work, you have a salubrious environment that she's created for you. One that's clean and free of germs, well-behaved children, clean rooms, clean linen, bath water ran, food on the table. Sometimes you have to intervene though. She gets worn out. And you got to care about it. Some guys don't care about it. They don't care about their women getting worn out. They just don't care. Well, I I bring the money in the house. So that doesn't mean that you totally ignore your woman and ignore her pain and ignore the fact that she's exhausted and that she needs some tender loving care too, and that she's hurting. Her body is aching. Shout out to the information, man. Yeah, and so these are the things that you have to master. This is the art of loving your woman. Understanding the little things that you need to do. Because understand something. Some people think it's a one-way street when you make your woman happy only. See, a lot of men who understand the feminine nature focus on making that woman happy. They don't pay attention to themselves. You know why? Because if you focus on making a woman happy, she's going to bring the love at you hard. She's going to love you hard. She's going to love everybody in the house. She's going to dish that love back out to everybody. So you don't need to do anything else. All you need to do is focus on loving her, and she will take care of the rest of you. She's got enough love for all of you, but you have to put the love into her first. She cannot be an empty vessel that you're asking to put out an enormous amount of energy when she has none to give. When your woman is happy, your home is serene. It's a beautiful environment because you have a beautiful soul in it that's lighting it up with happiness and joy. When she's not, your house takes on the personality of your woman. Did you notice that? The house gets gloomy sometimes. Somebody to open up the window and all of a sudden there's a draft blowing the curtains left and right. It seems like there's thunder and lightning only in the house. The TV start getting snow on. You're trying to get your favorite channel to work. She's not happy. Her spirit is in that house. That house done took on her spirit. And then when she's happy, the house gets all bright. Everything's easier to do. Somebody done closed the window so the wind isn't blowing the curtains all over everything. The channels on the TV work. And she's floating around, smiling all the time. Yeah. You make your woman happy, she will in turn make everyone happy. Even the house itself will be happy when she's happy. So focus on loving your woman. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do a lot of other things. And stop listening to these fools give you all this dumb advice that's abusive towards your woman. You want a serene and beautiful environment that is salubrious for you, your wife, and your children. And then love your woman as hard as you can and focus on making her happy. Because once you achieve that, she will then turn that happiness back on you 10 times. It's kind of like, the old saying, right? Pouring out blessings that you can't receive. She'll drop that happiness on you so hard, you'll be wondering if you can receive it all. So you need not worry about making yourself happy. Just make her happy and she'll take care of you. She'll take care of the rest. And with that being said, that is the end of the show tonight. We'll do another segment of the fine art of loving your woman. There's a lot more, but that was just the beginning. Also, the next Gen Culture, we'll continue with our courting series. We'll go to stage two. Okay? Stage two of the courting process. Establishing an understanding of a relationship will be part two in the courting process. We'll also do the next segment in the fine art of loving your woman. All right? All right, everybody. Let me bring in my co-host. Let me bring in my host, Dame. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you enjoy the show?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, tell me some of the things you like about the show.
Well, I like the fact you're teaching them how to date and giving
Mm-hmm.
them some pointers on possible things they could do on the date,
Mm-hmm.
and you giving them some insight into us women, and that
Mm-hmm.
we're being women. We're not some
Mm-hmm.
weird creature.
Right. Well, a lot of brothers don't understand feminine nature. And this is why I say, they listen to these punks, these pimps who hate women, and most of these guys are gay. And so they give them bad information. They got them disrespecting women and got them reading these books that teach hatred towards women. Now tell these guys, stop reading these Mac books, stop reading these pimp books, stop listening to these pimps because they're going to turn you gay. When you hate women, the next thing for you is to be gay. There should be no reason why a grown ass man is out here hating women. It's ridiculous to be 32 years as a male on this planet and never had a girlfriend. I still can't get past that. I
And
don't even know what that is. How the hell you live 32 years on this planet as a male and you never had a girlfriend? What were you doing all of that time? Were you living on another planet? Anyway, yeah, Damon, I wanted to show the guys that um wanted to tell them some proper things to do on a date and how to really establish themselves on a date with their leadership and um, their confidence and the
mhm.
ability to make the environment safe for the woman and to show the woman that they're safe around you. It's safe to be alone with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
You're not trying to grab her, hump her,
Hmm.
putting
Hmm.
pressure for sex on her.
Hmm.
Yeah, that you don't have to worry that she's gonna be coming on to a friend, ogling a friend, making them uncomfortable.
And I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. Who are listening? That pump and dump stuff. That's gonna be in more trouble than what you think. It's gonna get you in a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
What they don't tell you about that pump and dump stuff, you just can't do that to any old kind of woman. You can lose your life doing that. That's a very dangerous scenario to play out. And you don't treat women that way. That's bad karma. That's bad karma. Women aren't here for you to mistreat.
Mm-hmm.
They come here and they love you, they take care of you, they sacrifice for you. Treat them with respect, love, and honor. Don't mistreat them. They're not here for you to abuse and call all kinds of names. That's bad karma. That's going to come back on you. You need to stop doing that. That's not what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I don't care what anybody tells you. With a woman, at the end of the day, love will conquer it all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, of course, you got to have your head right. I'm not saying be stupid and don't bring nothing and don't do anything. I'm not saying be some worthless old Negro. That ain't what I'm talking about. We don't preach worthlessness here. We teach you that there's things that you need to get. And we're also going to get to the point where we're going to start teaching you how to accumulate resources. Because some of you, we got to leave by the hand. Y'all just don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't get it.
Okay.
Okay, you back. All right. So yeah, yeah, there's some need to leave
Wait a
out
minute.
of
Wait a
here.
minute. Wait.
Hmm.
You didn't hear me?
No, You
I
said
bugged
some
out?
need to be leave. You just went out. You said there's some you need to leave by the hand, and that was it.
Wow. I didn't know.
Hmm.
I said a lot.
Hmm.
That's
That's
all
why.
you heard?
That's all I heard. Yvette put a one in the chat so she can hear you now.
Yvette, did I blink out? Did y'all hear anything that I said other than, did y'all hear what I said that led up to some of these guys got to be led by the hand?
Yes, heard that part.
No, you heard the part about led by the, but did you hear what I said up that led up to that?
Oh yes, heard that. I heard that.
Okay, well then what are you talking about?
Okay. Well, I thought maybe you didn't know and kept on going because when I started talking, um, you said okay, like as if I ran over you.
I don't, okay, I don't know. You got me confused.
Mm. Okay, sorry about
Okay,
that.
Yvette said she heard everything, so I don't know what it is that you talk. You got me completely confused. All right, anyway, go ahead, Dan.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. When y'all in that pump and dump mindset, you're not getting to know the woman, so you don't know if she's crazy, deranged, have some mental issue, and you're gonna pump and dump with that. She's gonna form an attachment. And you got a stalker.
Let
Uh,
me tell you what's going to happen to you with this pump and dump stuff. You're a man, right? You can only last for so long. Eventually, you're going to get older and you're going to become decrepit and you're not going to be able to perform like you used to. And you're going to get older. And the older you get, the more women are likely not going to want to pump and dump with you because you're an old shrivel up dude. Once you get too old, you ain't even going to be able to pay someone to be with you. And then guess what's going to happen? Because you don't have any love in your life, you're going to end up dying alone. Does that sound familiar?
yeah,
You're going to end up dying alone because you got no woman that you love and you got no woman that loves you. And you are old and decrepit now talking about some pumping and dumping. It ain't going to happen. And you're going to become lonely and you're going to end up dying alone. That's what that pump and dump is going to get you.
yeah.
It's going to get you short death. Okay, and some of you it may be sooner or later because every woman's wound is different. Some wounds are a lot stronger than others. Some wounds will put more strain on your heart than others too.
Mm.
Okay, you got to keep that in mind. Your wound is nothing to play with.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, never heard that one before.
Oh
Some
yeah,
wounds are stronger than other.
some wounds. are strong enough to overwhelm your heart, causing you to go into cardiac arrest. So you better be careful.
They don't want to hear that.
Well,
The main leader hump and dump thing be like, oh, that's years from now. I don't have to worry about that. Them years gonna fly by so fast.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
we're about love here on GentCulture.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dame, if you don't have anything else to say, we're going to get on out of here. Wrap it up.
Yeah. Remember,
All right.
it's the little things, fellas.
What's that?
Pay attention to the little things.
Yeah, the little things. Don't believe me? Ask a woman. Ask your sister. Ask your mother. Ask your girlfriend about the little things. Okay? All right, everybody. Then cue up the music. All right, everybody. This has been GentCulture, courtesy of the Ebony Star Network. We'll be off tomorrow. Probably won't see you again until sometime mid next week. All right. Until then, everybody, peace, power, and unity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and support the channel. Help us help our people. All right, Dan, fire it up.